Well, this is kind of our view right now. We're trying to get across.
And then we could go.
Okay, we just got into Whittier here.
Because it's not busy.
And we are taking this boat out after some black bears. So the goal is to get 3 black bears. We have 3 tags, 2 non-residents, 1 resident. And we're coming out of Whittier, and then we'll go out there and see what we can find. It's rainy, but it sounds like it's always cheap. All right, well, we're hanging out here in the boat, getting ready to head out. It is, but it's not terrible, honestly. It's raining a little bit, a little windy, but it's supposedly gonna get a little better. We're gonna head out there and go check out some bears. And we're off. We're heading out. We looked over some plans, looked at the map with the tides. There's a lot to think about with the ocean compared to a lake, but I think we're good. We're gonna head out here. It is still windy and stuff, but it looks like it's not bad. So, see you Whittier. We'll see you hopefully in a couple days. We're gonna go out, look for bears, foul my gun, look for bears, and hopefully find a place to camp. Anchor up. Hopefully it's a good place. And then we'll camp. And then we'll look for bears. Look for bears. Look for bears. Shoot a bear. Load a bear. Look for bears. Shoot another bear. Load a bear. Shoot another bear. Yeah, this is a good plan. So we'll see. We're not doing any fishing. Didn't want to really worry about that. This is kind of a fast trip. So more look at what this area is like. Look at the what we got going on. So I'll kind of just pan around here. We can stop talking. You can just look at the beautiful scenery. Hopefully it'll clear up here and we can see more clear waterfalls everywhere. Which I was thinking is probably like this just because it's spring, but actually it's probably like this all the time if you look at how much snow still is coming down, and it's end of May. So here's one right here. Let's zoom in there. All right, now we're on the ocean, and Josh is saying these are not bad waves. I don't know, they seem pretty bad. This would be like a rough day at Bear Lake, but the boat's doing okay so far, so there we go. Well, this is kind of our view right now. We're trying to get across past Decision Point, and now we just hit another pretty good wave. I don't know what these waves are. They're probably 4 feet or something.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get over to Colross Passage. Okay, well, recap. We went across the main channel where we heard it could get nasty because it has 3 channels kind of coming together, and those 3 channels coming together can cause kind of almost like a washing machine effect. You just have tide or waves coming from all directions, and it did. Waves got big. I don't know how big they were, maybe 5 foot, 4 foot waves, and it really wasn't too bad until we lost the anchor line out the front and it went around and jammed up the engine. And so in the middle of that mess, we had to cut that out of the prop, and anyways, it turned out fine, but it was a little hairy for a minute. I got seasick and threw up. There's some ducks flying out there. I don't know if you can see them. Let's see. Zoom in. There they go. Anyways, we came into this bay to just honestly calm down and fix the line and then regroup. So we're gonna go out now. Now we're in kind of bear country, so we're gonna go look for bears. Hopefully that's the next video you see. Well, for about the last hour and a half, we anchored in this bay, and we haven't seen any bears yet, but we got to this bay and decided to eat snacks, calm down for a little bit, and then we will, because there's a good anchor spot here. There's a book that a guy gave us that told us where to anchor, how to anchor. And anyways, looking at this place, it's a good anchor, and it's calm. It's a little island, so the big channel is over the backside of this island, and then here it's just kind of secluded, and you can see it's pretty calm. So we will head, high tide hits in about 15 minutes. We'll pull the anchor in, and then slack tide happens for about a couple hours, I guess. So we'll kind of cruise up and go up into some other bays. It gets dark really late. It's about 8 o'clock, so we'll hunt for a couple more hours and then probably set up shop and camp somewhere. We're gonna set up a tent in the back here, and then somebody will sleep up in the cabin.
Well, we're cruising along. It's May 26th today, and we're looking for bears. We're out of Whittier, probably 40 miles from Whittier, and they're in really rough stuff yesterday. This is called Deepwater Bay. It's a lot of granite up there, but it's just been raining solid on us. And like I say, it's gotten rough a couple times. And we wrapped the anchor system in the front of the bow. Was just a joke. You had all this loose rope, and it went out the holes and plugged the holes, and then ran back and wrapped around the motor. And so we were dead in the water with 5-foot waves. I mean, it was scary. But we got Tom held. I grabbed onto Tom. Tom held out or leaned out around and cut the rope off the prop so we could get the power in again. And then we had to untangle this 400 feet of rope, and oh man, what a mess. But we're smarter now. Haven't seen a bear yet, we don't think. Little waterfall over there. There's so many waterfalls. All that snow up there melting and coming down. Pretty cool.
Okay, well, recap. We went across the main channel where we heard it could get nasty because it has 3 channels kind of coming together, and those 3 channels coming together can cause kind of almost like a washing machine effect. You just have tide or waves coming from all directions, and it did. Waves got big. I don't know how big they were, maybe 5 foot, 4 foot waves, and it really wasn't too bad until we lost the anchor line out the front, and it went around and jammed up the engine. And so in the middle of that mess, we had to cut that out of the prop, and anyways, it turned out fine, but it was a little hairy for a minute. I got seasick and threw up. There's some ducks flying out there. I don't know if you can see them. Let's see. Zoom in. There they go. Anyways, we came into this bay to just honestly calm down and fix the line and then regroup. So we're gonna go out now. Now we're in kind of bear country, so we're gonna go look for bears. Hopefully that's the next video you see. Another cove, another day. Well, same day. But believe it or not, it's about 9:30 p.m. and we're just got into this cove. We're gonna eat some dinner, set up camp, sleep here tonight. Low tide will set in here at like 4 in the morning. We'll see how things look, and then probably pick up and head to another cove after that. But no bears today. We did see, well, Dad saw one thing. I'm not sure what it was. He thought it was a moose, but there's not any moose out here really. But then we were never able to spot it. I mean, it was on an island, and anyways, it might have been a bear, but we never saw it. So it was a small island. It would have been surprising to see if it would have been on there, but I guess it could have been. We watched it for about 20 minutes. Anyways, we'll head out. We'll just kind of turn around here, pan slowly over this way. Here's the boat. And then over here, that's the end of the cove. So anyways, that's our anchor, that buoy set up out there. There's another boat in here, but this is where we had to set up, so we're here. This is our 5-star restaurant right here. We got a very nice La Tote for a table. There's Grandpa.
Hello.
And here's Josh and the chef, connoisseur.
And the boat driver.
Yeah, we haven't even tipped him yet today, but that's because he made us throw up.
Almost killed you guys.
But we're cooking food. We're eating some peak. They're cooking. We got chicken pesto, chicken teriyaki, and Josh is eating sweet pork rice.
Don't forget the salmon.
And then we got this salmon spread that.
Smoked salmon.
What's his name at work?
Kevin Horn.
Kevin Horn made this, and it's pretty good. It had jalapenos in it, but we ate all the jalapenos and peppercorn.
It's a red.
Anyways, yeah, it's Kenai red salmon. Apparently caught here in Alaska. So we hope we are anchored. We tried setting anchor the first time, and the anchor just pulled up because really it was really a faulty anchor. So we fixed the anchor, and now it works.
And we've actually been holding this position for.
Anyways, we'll eat. We're gonna set up tent. Next picture you'll probably see will be our tent out here in the back. Josh is gonna sleep here in the cabin, and where it's warm, and he can. We don't have to listen to him cry for quite so long. How cool is it, guys, today? How many bears do we see?
One imaginary one. And a lot of sea otters. And
We
sea
shot 3 sea otters.
Oh, yeah.
No, you can't shoot sea otters at all. You can't even look at them. You don't even look at them with intent to shoot, or else you get in trouble.
We saw a whole, what was it, like a whole family? Like
Yeah,
probably
probably 12 or 15 or 20. A lot of them had babies, so it's hard to tell how many exactly there were.
And then one seal.
And one seal. Yep. All right, we're cruising back out on our second day, looking for bears. We're on the agenda, looking for bears, heading up to Kings Bay, and that looks like a pretty cool area. We'll go see what it looks like. But we got pretty wet last night. I mean, the head kept us dry, but the bottom of the boat was wet. But our mats kept our sleeping bag dry. We really overall slept pretty well. It's just our mats are soaked. Even Josh up here in the cabin was soaked. But anyways, everything's still pretty wet. But we're doing good. Okay, we're still looking for bears. We found some, and then we look closer, and they're not bears. They're rocks. And we're getting a hard time by Josh because he's saying his vortex are looking better than our bushnells, but I think it's just the fact that we're looking through rainy windshields. But we're at this, I think it's Taylor Glacier. I'll zoom in here. Kind of neat. Not kind of, actually really neat. It's pretty rugged in here. Anyways, we're gonna keep looking for bears. This area looks good. There's a lot of grass. Hopefully they'll be coming down eating this stuff. We'll see what we can find.
Alright, we're coming in for a tea break. Pretty cool waterfall out there. We call it Nature's Water Slide. And Josh has been doing a great job at the helm. It's rough again today. Not as rough as that.
Alright, well, we kind of started heading back on the opposite side of Kings Bay and just cruising up, and then, anyways, we just kind of got to this cove. It's a little protected. It's not terrible, but it's definitely wavy out there. This waterfall is pretty cool. Still no bears, but we are looking for them. Just keep glassing and we'll find something, I think, but nothing yet. But this is cool. This is super neat. That thing is not a tent. It's just an off-color rock. Okay, another bay, same day. We're looking more at some areas. I don't know, not a lot of sign, but you can see some of the snow, and I can't see any tracks in it, but we're gonna sit here and glass and eat lunch here for a little bit and just see what we can see. There's a couple islands over here, so it's pretty neat. And then there's a big waterfall, so you can see it. I don't think you can see it. Yeah, you can only see part of it over there, but I think it's kind of neat here. Well, we just filled up the gas, or the tank. We put in around 30, we're thinking 30 gallons min, 33 gallons max. And it's about back to full, so we think we can probably make it back to harbor and hopefully shoot a couple black bears on the way. But we're here at Derrickson, right? Derrickson Bay.
Yeah.
And that looks cool, but still no sign of bears. We're gonna cruise around here for a second, then we'll go to, I think we have 2 more bays before we go back and hit the passageway. And we'll just keep glassing and looking for bears. We'll see what we can find.
And it's raining again.
And it's raining again.
Okay, we're just further up into that bay, and there was a little creek coming in. I missed it, but just beautiful. And here you can see that granite in the background. As close as we are to the shore, it's still 100 feet deep here. Got a little waterfall coming in over here. And it's just barely not winter here. The end of May. There's a pretty cool waterfall in the background there.
Okay, we're kind of keeping lookout because this area is a little sketchy. There's some big icebergs and
There's icebergs. There are pretty big waves here too. Whoa. Yeah, I think it's time to turn around. Head back. We just filled up with gas. Alright, see you. Okay, we're looking at a real big river coming in. I guess you don't call it a waterfall. Mountains in the background. Pretty cool.
the boat here.
Well,
How much water do you estimate was in here?
500 or 600 gallons.
Do you want to pull off that door? See it.
Down underneath.
He thinks 600 gallons. I think it was more like 550.
So, bilge pump was way down there. We had water all the way up here, up to there on the battery. Bilge pump was not working right. We had to mess with the fuse and reset button. Finally got it to work.
And now we're not quite as fat.
Now we're getting a lot better fuel economy.
If we had 600 gallons of fuel, that would be like, how much would that be? Would that be 4,200 pounds?
It was a lot. The boat was really dog.
Alright, the camp. We came over kind of north of Whittier a little bit, and across the area we had some problems yesterday, but it was a lot better weather today, and we're just camped up here. Still no bears, but we're looking for stuff. In fact, I'm gonna pull the binoc. Something over here looks interesting. Day 3 of our journey, still looking for bears. People say they go out here and see 20 to 30 bears in a day. We have not seen a bear in 2.5 days. So we're not sure if we're just blind, people are lying, or the real theory is that it's just, there's a well over there. There's a well, guys, on the left. Something with a big fin. Anyways, who knows what's really going on, but I think it's a late spring and there's still a lot of snow. Bears are still, there's just not a lot of bears out yet, but we'll do the best we can. That's the goal. So I don't know if that was a well. It looked like a huge fin, but maybe not. There are some sea otters right there. Let's see if I can see them here. I'm seeing quite a few sea otters. That looks like I had a baby with it. Oh, I'm trying to keep it safe. You have to just put her on her belly. Yeah, that's cool. Right there by the shore, guys. You see that? Okay, we just entered this Hummer Cove. Looking around here. I don't know. We're gonna see a bear. This is gonna be the place. It looks awesome. But again, I don't know what awesome looks like. I haven't seen a bear, so it's not like I know. But there's a lot of grass. There's a lot of bank showing. There's not a lot of snow. I mean, there's some out there, but not near the amount of snow we've been seeing. So we'll see. Those are all sea otters. Big family unit. Panoramic of this, because it's just amazing. There's seals. Pretty sure we saw sea lions. Otter central. Loons or mergansers. Other sea ducks. No bears. For some reason. I mean, it seemed like the area to see bears. Overall, the snow's been burned off quite a bit. It was awesome. Getting into it was, not technical, but you had to be mindful. We had a book that kind of showed us the path because there's some submerged rocks. Had to go in between a couple islands, but really neat. Look at this mountain over here. I mean, I say snow's burned off, but this north-facing slope has not burned off. Pretty incredible.
Okay, it's still the 29th of May. We're in this bay. It's called Bettles. Very end of it. And a little entrance over there we came through. Or no, that's up towards the end of it. And it's probably too shallow to drive up there. But just a beautiful. Is that the gray one?
Yeah.
There was a gray, kind of a gray, almost white seal. That's where we came in, right here. That's out towards open ocean. Well, it's not really open ocean, but. And
we've seen 5 bears, I think, so far. We're just trying to figure out the biggest one.
Really?
No, we've seen 0. We've seen 0 bears.
0
and I
bears.
don't know where they are because this area is just awesome.
We've seen 100 sea otters at least. Walk around this side of the. We've done kind of a full cirque.
Alright, we're about 10 miles out and it is a little tense because we're doing some math, figuring out how far we've gone and how much fuel we have left and how much farther we have to go, and those things are all converging on maybe having enough to get back. So it's gonna be tight. It'll be interesting to see how much fuel this thing takes when we get back and fill it up. I'm guessing it'll be like 34 gallons, which is about what we put into it when it was empty before. So using the locust tracks, that helped out. We could go back through, split up the track, see where we were at, how much further we could go. Just wish I would have done that before we went up 10 miles out of the way to the last cove we went to. Which, if we have enough gas, was definitely worth it. That cove was awesome, but it'll be tight. The program we used on the hunt is called Locust Pro for our maps. And I'm going to show you some of the features that we were able to utilize. If you zoom in here, this is our track from the whole hunt. We started here in Whittier. We worked our way down. We had our issue here with the boat, with the motor turning off. You can see the squiggly lines. And you see all the points that we've made. This program's super useful. And one thing we did is we were able to track the entire time, almost the entire time. There's a couple times where I hit pause and forgot to push play, like here. I paused it and then realized I hadn't pushed play for about 15 minutes, and so push play. But one thing we were able to do is when we were at the point of realizing we were almost out of fuel, I was able to use this track, and you can actually cut it in half. So you can go here to your track and you can edit the track. And you can split it or delete it, whatever. Well, we split it at that point, and then we could see how many miles we had gone, to the point of where we had ran out of, or where we had fueled up the first time. The first time we had fueled up was here in Derrickson Bay. So I was able to see that. I think that's how I have the track. You can see that's kind of split up right there. And we were able to see that, yeah, we didn't have a lot of fuel to make it back to harbor. We made it back. And when we got back to land, we filled up 33 gallons of fuel, which was about the capacity of the boat. We got really lucky. But that's a really handy feature of this app. This app's called Locust Pro. And it's got a lot of cool features. We'll share more in our yet. But we're gonna do one more thing tomorrow, which is going to be going up north where they have the bait. Just the bears haven't hit the bait yet because it's just a little early, but they are out. So we're gonna just go see if we can glass something. I mean, it's kind of a long shot, but we'll go check it out. But anyways, we got all our stuff drying out because everything's wet. Sleeping bags got soaked. Not soaked, but surprisingly, those big Agnes's did well with that water resistant down. Like, I was still pretty warm last night. But spot and scope, everything's wet. So we'll get this all ready. We wiped off our guns already. Got those cleaned off a little bit so they're not going to be getting rusty. So anyways, we'll see how tomorrow goes. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more footage there and maybe even footage of a bear.